Right before bed, I am scrolling through videos, and suddenly, my CEO girlfriend's face pops up on the massive live broadcast of a music festival. Right there on screen, Tumtang Mott is sweetly kissing a male streamer. The whole crowd goes absolutely wild, chanting out loud for another kiss and then another one. This music festival is literally broadcasting globally, and honestly, these two lovers are actually being quite romantic out there.
I honestly thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, quickly switching over to our chat.
I look back at the text she just sent me. She claimed the inpatient ward bans phones due to radiation, so she might not reply. "Don't worry about me," she wrote. "I am pretty easygoing, and my roommates really like me. Sending my sweet husband a kiss." I am caught between laughing and pure speechlessness, so I just toss a video link right back at her. I ask if that guy on screen is her attending doctor. "Are you two kissing to heal your broken bones?" 3 seconds later, Tumtang Mott sends me a question mark, asking if I am monitoring her. "When will you finally understand that lovers need their own private space?" she types. "I love you, but I did not sell myself to you." I take a very deep breath and shut off the video. "Did you not say you were hospitalized with broken bones from a car crash?" The power of love is truly touching, seeing how even someone in a vegetative state can instantly reply to texts. The other side stays completely silent for a long time. Dodging the actual issue, that has always been Tumtang Mott's go-to move, but this time around, I am completely done putting up with her games. Reply if you want, or just do not. I pack up my bags and decisively move straight into the hospital staff dorms. You will not believe this timing. The very first patient I treat the next morning is the exact same guy who kissed Tumtang Mott at the festival. Tattoo is a new male streamer signed to her company. This innocent college boy vibe is exactly the type Tumtang Mott absolutely loves. I force myself to stay perfectly calm, putting on a professional smile while pulling out my stethoscope. Tatur slowly unzips his jacket, revealing a glaringly obvious chest tattoo reading SQM. He immediately catches me staring completely blankly at the ink. He smiles a bit shyly, explaining that his girlfriend insisted they get matching tattoos, saying carving your lover's name on yourself is super romantic. Water signs. I really just cannot understand their complex minds at all. He asks if she seems way too naive. I finally snap back to reality, awkwardly forcing a polite smile. "You two have a really great relationship," I tell him. Then, while signing the doctor's name on his medical record, I struggle desperately to control my shaking hand. Tattoo's face turns slightly red, still so lost in his own happiness that he completely misses my weird behavior. The second he leaves, Tumtang Mott pushes the clinic door open, carrying a lunchbox. She lays out every single dish right in front of me, her tone sounding completely gentle and natural. She admits she was wrong yesterday and got a bit too worked up, claiming she just left the hospital and meant to call. I say nothing, just grabbing my phone to snap a picture of her. Tumtang Mott freezes for a second, assuming I want to make up and add some romance, so she instantly flashes a bright smile for the camera. She claims the festival video was just a promotional shoot for her company, and she only filled in because the actual actress got stuck in traffic. "What does this prove?" she asks. "It proves your wife has the exact same gorgeous image and aura as a real internet star." But I just look down at the shopping search interface popping up on my screen. The clothes Tumtang Mott is wearing match perfectly with Tattoo's outfit today from a famous fashion brand. They are literally wearing couples outfits. No wonder it looked so familiar earlier. Yeah, it really suits that male streamer. Tumtang Mott's hands freeze right on the lunchbox, her tone turning slightly impatient and sarcastic as she asks who I am talking about. This entire lunchbox is filled with sweet and sour dishes I absolutely hate. Once on her birthday, I excitedly cooked sweet and sour fish, and she tossed it out right on the spot.
Tumtang Mott tastes like clearly just like mine. They both prefer spicy food.
And yet, here she is, eating every single bite and acting like she completely enjoys it.
I know it is only because Tata loves it. I have seen his social media multiple times, always showing a hand picking up food for him. Even spicy crawfish, the messy dish she hates peeling the most.
She actually peeled them so patiently for Tattoo, piling his bowl up like a tiny mountain.
I do not touch my chopsticks, just pretending to casually bring it up. Can you guess how crazy this gets? I tell her the guy who just came in for a checkup had a chest tattoo matching her exact initials.
Thẩm Thanh Mạt frees up, unconsciously gripping her chopstick tight. Is that so? She asks, wondering what illness he has.
But before I can even open my mouth, she grabs her phone, her face turning pale as she suddenly stands up. She makes up an excuse about forgetting to roll up her car windows and rushes downstairs. Not long after, Tathu comes back to find me, holding his blood test results. He looks a little surprised seeing the food on my table. Wow, our tastes are so similar, he says, claiming sweet and sour ribs are his absolute favorite. Yeah, I think to myself, even our tasting girlfriends is exactly the same. He takes his slip, walks away to pay. Through the glass door, I watched Thẩm Thanh Mạt carrying a men's LV bag, looking completely stressed out as she asks him where it hurts. Shifting her gaze, Thẩm Thanh Mạt suddenly spots me, her expression changing slightly, before she hesitates, ultimately following Tatsu right downstairs anyway. After my shift ends, I am just about to head back to the dorm to rest when a call comes in. The second I pick up, Thẩm Thanh Màt's incredibly annoyed voice rings out loud and clear. You get off work and do not even bother telling me, she complains. She complains about waiting in the car for a whole hour. Says he acts like some president, not even giving her a heads up beforehand.
He checks his watch. Exactly 8 o'clock. He calmly explains how his summer shifts always end an hour later, just like he told her.
Thanh Màt's annoyance quickly turns into guilt. She blames her busy work schedule for forgetting, then tells him to come meet her out in the parking lot. He pulls the car door open, finding the inside completely stuffed with anime dolls and minifigures. Even the steering wheel sports a one-piece cover. He almost thinks he got in the wrong car. Unlike before, he doesn't just hop in and happily chat about his day. Thanh Mạt feels a bit awkward with the silence, trying to break the ice. She actually praises his quietness, claims this calm vibe makes him look like a truly mature and steady guy. He just stares quietly out the window. He already knows the truth. She has someone else in her heart. Trying to match her hobbies is totally pointless now. Soon enough, Thanh Mạt leads him right into a fancy couples restaurant. A waiter walks over with a huge smile. Miss Dam, it has been a while. We actually just got some fresh bluefin tuna in today. You are in luck. Turns out she has brought Tatsu here countless times behind his back. When the food arrives, she offers him the first piece of tuna, says it always belongs to him, urging him to try it. But she completely forgot he hates sashimi. By the time they finish eating, that same piece still sits untouched on his plate. Thanh Mạt does not even notice, her eyes glued entirely to her phone screen. Suddenly, her face drops. She grabs her keys, tells Tran to stop eating, and rushes them out. She taps the steering wheel angrily the whole drive, saying absolutely nothing. She is normally so calm, rarely ever showing this kind of deep anxiety. But watch what happens next. Seeing Tatsu on the sofa explains everything. She rushes inside, actually remembering to wear shoe covers to keep the floor clean. What is wrong? Tatsu tries standing up when he sees her, but he is completely wasted. He stumbles, crashing into the glass table and badly scraping his knee. He complains about the Livestream comments today, asking if she knows how terribly they insulted him. They called him entirely shameless, labeling him a homewrecker, destroying someone else's happy family. He tells Sister Thanh Mạt he wants to stop seeing her. Surprisingly, she immediately holds him up, her eyes full of intense pity. She tells him to ignore the internet trolls. Her word is final. Then she asks the doctor to bandage his scrape. She offers to cook him some hangover soup. Watching them act so intimate, Tran finally realizes her love truly does not belong to him anymore. Tatsu spots him, looking pleasantly surprised. Wait, is that really you? You guys know each other. Guess I don't need the hospital then. Tran just stays quiet, carefully patching up Tatsu's leg. Thanh Mạt brings the hangover soup over, gently tucking him into bed. She only bothers explaining things after leaving the room and shutting the door. She claims he just graduated, trying to build a career in this big city. She says a boss should care for him, telling him not to overthink. She offers more food. He just shakes his head. Right. She is just his boss. Rain starts falling outside. Hearing his response, Thanh Mạt pauses, smiles faintly, and grabs his hand.
If they had something going on, it would have happened ages ago. He feels completely disgusted, pushing her away. Do not touch me.
Tang Mat's smile vanishes instantly. Thinking he is just being terribly jealous, her expression slowly turns freezing cold. Would firing the guy finally make him happy? The car pulls over to the curb, her face looking even more furious. Get out and walk home, she snaps, refusing to tolerate his attitude. He treks back through the pouring rain, catching a terrible fever that night. Next day, Tatu comes in for a bandage change. He drops the friendly act and stops calling him brother. He clearly knows about their relationship now. Trontrock points to the chair, checking for any recent discomfort. But Tatu snaps. I am the one she truly loves. Trontrock replies coldly. Is that so? Do you think the unloved person is automatically the homewrecker? Then go tell Tan Ma to give you an official title. Hearing the heavy sarcasm, Tatu's face flushes bright red instantly. Tatu thinks he holds all the cards. One call and she abandons you tonight, he threatens. Trontrock just smiles and nods. Give it a try then. Tatu looks incredibly smug, but he has absolutely no idea. Normally, Tang Mat might actually agree, but tonight is the one exception. This guy is definitely setting himself up for massive disappointment. Before his shift ends, Trontrock's job transfer request gets fully approved. Now he just needs to hand over his remaining tasks. Today happens to be Thong Mat's mother's birthday. Seeing him, her mother instantly smiles, pulling him close with eyes full of genuine care. Little Trock, you lost weight again. Is Tan Mat not feeding you properly? His heart suddenly feels a little warmer. Since day one, her mother has always treated him like a real son. He shakes his head, claiming work has just been busy. The mother immediately gives Tong Mat a harsh scolding, right as his phone buzzes with a work call. So I step outside to take the call, unexpectedly running into someone. Tatu slams his car door, literally glaring right at me. He figured out she wasn't coming, so he waited around just to watch me make a total fool of myself. I hang up and walk over, telling him I actually thought he had some real skills. Tatu just looks even more furious at that. But catch this wild move. He smirks and throws himself right into the fountain. I reach out, but someone else actually beats me to it. Soaked to the bone, Tatu huddles on the grass, coughing uncontrollably, just staring up at us with these red, teary eyes. Thung Tan Mat looks absolutely furious, demanding I apologize to him immediately. I actually laugh out loud. Are you completely blind? I didn't even push him. Tatu spits out water, looking totally pale, and claims he lost his balance and just fell in by accident. He even sneezes for dramatic effect. She quickly throws her own coat over his shoulders, helps him up, and leads him away. Walking past, she intentionally shoves my shoulder hard. She calls me absolutely crazy, treating an innocent guy like some huge enemy. My whole body goes totally stiff. The sudden hit sends me stumbling backward, right over the stone fountain ledge. Water sprays everywhere, soaking me completely. Tatu shakes his hair out, giving me this incredibly smug smile as I struggle. Getting home that night, Tham Tan Mat immediately starts accusing me. She asks why I pushed him, demanding I act polite for her mom. That fountain water is recycled and full of dirt. Drying onto my clothes, it feels incredibly disgusting. I don't even bother arguing. Grabbing a towel to shower, I just tell her it was my fault and apologize, figuring we are done. But Tham Tang Mat refuses to drop it. She complains about my attitude, yelling at me for making a mistake. Her constant nagging, combined with the sticky grime covering me, I simply lose my temper. We are breaking up. Complain all you want and go lecture Tay too if you need to. I am totally done indulging you. She screams my name and slaps me hard. Shoving me backward, she knocks a vase, a glass, and our photo frame off the table. Stumbling back, I step right onto the broken glass. It cuts deep into my skin, bleeding everywhere. Pham Tong Mat sneers, completely ignoring the blood. Fine, she snaps. Let's break up. How long this time? 3 days? Or maybe a week? Do not come crawling back at midnight. She grabs her bag, slamming the door. Beneath the shattered glass lies our overturned photo frame, a diamond ring taped to its back. It was the exact ring I bought to propose to her. Ignoring the pain, I drag my bleeding foot and make a call, saying I got hurt and need treatment. I tell him I will be late for the airport. He answers instantly. No need. He has a medical kit and is coming to get me right now. I thank him for the trouble. Sitting in the passenger seat with my bandaged foot, my eyes actually sting.
Tong Hong flicks his blinker, looking worried. He asks if I need a lawyer for this domestic violence, saying he knows someone. I shake my head. With my new job starting soon, I really do not want my personal life affecting my work. I thank him, saying I will handle it later. Tong Hong sighs heavily, gripping the steering wheel.
He respects my choice, but calls it a shame. If I had thought clearly years ago, I would definitely be sharing their project's massive success right now.
Tong Hong was my former instructor back during a training program about 2 years ago.
He is also the older brother of my college friend, Tong Chi-Ngi. After training, he advised me to work at the provincial hospital, but I gave it up to get engaged.
Then Tham Tham Mot's company ran into some major trouble, forcing us to postpone the wedding indefinitely.
Going around in circles. I am right back at the starting line. Maybe it is just fate.
Late at night, Tham Tham Mot sits nervously holding her wine. Her phone suddenly rings, and a spark of hope flashes in her eyes.
She assumes that after days of silence, I finally realized my mistake. How am I going to beg for her forgiveness this time around?
A long apology text, or an expensive gift. She casually unlocks her phone to read my new pinned message. Imagine her absolute shock here. I pack my things, throw the rest away. Her body freezes. Not some sweet apology, but a final breakup text. I am actually leaving her. She drives home like a maniac, shaking as she opens the door to our completely empty, cold apartment. All our familiar decorations are gone, leaving only this chillingly empty space. Feeling like she just fell into an ice pit, Tom Thang Mot frantically calls my number, but it is already completely disconnected.
When she finally tracks me down, I am advising an elderly patient. The old lady smiles, asking if Dr. Tran is still single.
She wants to introduce her medical student granddaughter. I smile, getting ready to politely decline, when a very familiar voice suddenly interrupts the conversation. Sorry to disappoint you, but Dr. Tran is actually my fiancé.
Not wanting a scene in front of a patient, I hold back from arguing right there, simply telling her to step outside and wait.
Tham Tham Mot completely misunderstands, thinking I still care. Looking pretty satisfied with herself, she casually pulls the clinic door shut.
After finishing up, I turn back and see her sitting in the corner, looking completely exhausted and pale. She just grabs my hand and drags me straight downstairs.
Before I even process what is happening, she pops the trunk and pulls out this massive bouquet of red roses. Tran, track. Her voice is hoarse, eyes completely red. Will you spend the rest of your life with me?
Right here in the hospital, a place usually filled with painful goodbyes, a happy proposal scene suddenly unfolds out of nowhere.
People all around us start clapping, some even tearing up from the emotion. Say yes, just say yes, they cheer. I just frown.
Tham Thang Mot, we already broke up, I say. But a sudden ambulance siren completely drowns me out. A nurse rushes in yelling about a traffic accident, needing help immediately.
I do not even finish my sentence, just immediately sprinting over to help. After a brutally long and stressful surgery, I totally collapse out in the hallway. When I finally wake up, my mom is sitting right by my bed. Mom, why are you here?
I ask with a raspy voice. My mom grabs my hand. Little fam had work stuff and was worried no one would watch over you, so she called me. Seeing you look okay puts my mind at ease, she says. That girl is really so polite, so driven, and takes such incredibly good care of you. Plus, she is beautiful. With her keeping you company, I have absolutely nothing left to worry about.
I heard she proposed to you yesterday. Getting married early is a great thing.
I just cannot take it anymore and cut her off. Mom, we broke up. She looks totally shocked. Broke up? But why?
All that absurd drama. I have no idea how to even explain it. I just sigh. Nothing really. We just did not click anymore.
Right at that exact moment, Tham Tham Mot pushes the door open, sounding so gentle. Auntie, it is all just a misunderstanding. Do not worry. Tran Trak and I are doing great.
In front of my mom, she always plays the perfect caring girlfriend role. My mom just assumes it is a minor argument and does not ask any more questions. After sending my mom off, she pulls out that ring again, getting ready to grab my hand. Then the door suddenly slams wide open.
Tata stands right there, looking completely stunned. Tang Mat, are you seriously marrying him? You treated me so well. Was it not because you actually liked me?
Watch how fast she flips the switch.
Tham Tang Mat does not even look back. Her voice is ice cold. I only paid extra attention to you because a boss looks out for subordinates. If my actions somehow gave you the wrong idea, go find my secretary. She will definitely compensate you for it.
Tai-Du bursts into tears. He shakes his head frantically, rushing over to grip her hands tight.
No way. You literally have my name on your body. How can you say you do not like me? Then he turns to glare at me on the hospital bed, grinding his teeth. Did he force you into this?
Saying that, he lunges straight at me, hand raised for a slap.
I do not even have time to dodge, just watching that hand get closer and closer. But suddenly, Tham Tang Mat steps right in front of me. Smack! A loud, crisp slap lands, and his face instantly swells up. You can really tell just how much Tattoo hates me. Tham Tang Mat looks absolutely furious, her expression like iron as she violently shoves his arm away.
Are you done throwing this tantrum? Go process your resignation paperwork tomorrow. Tham Tang Mat sounds freezing cold, having just struck Tattoo across the face with heavy force.
If you are sick, go see a doctor. Stop spouting utter nonsense right in front of my boyfriend. Keep making a scene, and you will not get a single cent of compensation.
Tai stumbles back trembling, a completely pathetic smile twitching on his lips. Before walking out, he drops one last warning. You are going to regret this. The door clicks shut. Tham Tang Mat pulls the ring out yet again. I immediately stop her. We are already broken up.
Stop coming looking for me. She just frowns. Tran Track, are you seriously still holding a grudge over Tattoo? Relax, I will have someone handle him. I shake my head. We broke up because the love is gone. It has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. Impossible, she snaps back instantly. We have been together for so many years. How can you just say the love is gone like that? She cups my face, her eyes intensely searching for any tiny lingering spark.
But looking into my eyes, all that overflowing affection I once had for her is just completely gone.
In that exact moment, she suddenly goes dead silent, stands up, and leaves. But the very next morning, she is back at my door, insisting on driving me to work.
She pulls her collar down, revealing a terribly raw and wounded patch on her chest. Look, I got his name completely removed. I tattooed your name right here instead.
A few curious neighbors stop and stare at us. I quickly pull her away. Tanmat, we are done. Stop doing all these incredibly pointless things.
Seeing how incredibly stubborn she is, I do not even bother arguing anymore. The second I reach the hospital, I hear a group of nurses gossiping together. Did you hear? That internet hot boy, Tattoo, did something incredibly drastic to himself. Sounds like his girlfriend dumped him, and he just completely lost it. Kids these days are wild. I check my phone, and you already guessed it. The news is trending everywhere. The internet idol survived a totally reckless stunt.
Outside the hospital gates, Tham Tang Mat is still waiting. I look completely surprised. Tattoo just hospitalized himself. Why are you not going?
She opens the car door, her voice completely casual. The doctors are there. He will be fine. I do not move an inch. You should really go.
After all, he ended up in that state because of you. Seeing how firm I am, she finally gives in. Before leaving, she hugs me, whispering softly, "Wait for me to come back."
I figured that with her right by his side, Tattoo would finally calm down. I never expected him to stage such a massive, dramatic scene. Right in the middle of a medical seminar at the hospital, while I am actively presenting some brand new research.
Tao suddenly storms in front of all the doctors and drops straight to his knees. Dr. Tran, I am begging you, do not steal Tanmat away from me.
You have the looks, the status. You literally have everything, while I only have Tangmat. Please do not take her away from me.
He says this while slamming his head down, a harsh red mark instantly forming on his forehead. Whispers break out. Is that not the hot boy Tattoo? No wonder he ended up hospitalized. So it turns out Dr. Tran stole his girlfriend. Who'd have thought a gentle-looking doctor could do something so awful? Tattoo actually breaks down crying.
Dr. Tran, Tham Tang Mat is already pregnant with my baby. I just don't want my kid to be born without a father.
The whole hall erupts as judgmental stares zero right in on me. Lacking basic morals, how does he even deserve to be a doctor? Even the director gives me this incredibly disappointed look.
Little Tran, we put so much effort into training you, and this is how you repay society?
Don't bother coming in tomorrow. Our hospital does not keep this kind of person. My face goes totally pale. I try explaining to the director, but Tato is already hugging my leg, screaming out loud.
Please have some pity on me, Dr. Tron. Tan Mot is all I have left. Right at that very second, a clear voice rings out.
Dr. Tran is absolutely not the kind of person you are saying he is.
Startled, I look toward the door at a familiar figure, though I can't quite place her yet. The director instantly changes his tune with a warm smile. Department Head Tong is here too.
Tong Qingyi gives a slight nod, her voice totally cold. It seems your hospital security is pretty weak, letting just anyone barge in and cause trouble. Wiping his forehead, the director stammers out, "A misunderstanding. Just a huge misunderstanding."
Guards rush in to drag Tatu away, but he keeps thrashing around, cursing loudly. "Tran Track, you shameless jerk, you wife stealer!" The guards quickly muffle his mouth and pull him out.
Now watch this crazy timing. Thum Tan Mot arrives, sees that whole messy scene, and without a single second of hesitation, slaps Tatu right across the face.
Thum Tang Mat growls out, "What kind of nonsense are you spouting now?" Then she immediately turns to me, her eyes full of intense worry.
Trentrak, are you okay? Did that guy hurt you at all? Honestly, I'm still pretty shaken just thinking about Tatu right now.
Sneaking out to cause chaos while I was asleep, his frantic state really gave me the chills. Beside me, Tong Qingyi simply hands over a warm cup of water.
Tam Tang Mat frowns, just about to say something else, but Tatu spots her and bursts into tears, loudly begging her not to break up.
Left with absolutely no other choice, Tam Tang Mat goes over to comfort him. The moment Tang Qingyi speaks up, the crowd starts scattering, finally leaving just the two of us.
Seeing me still looking totally clueless, Tong Qingyi lets out a helpless laugh. Trantrak, you get a doctorate and suddenly you can't even recognize an old friend?
Back in the library, I saved a seat for you every single day. I freeze up, then playfully smack my forehead.
You're Tang Qingyi? Didn't you go overseas? Why did you come back? She looks right at me, her voice taking on this really gentle, resigned tone.
Well, the person I always missed is still right here in this country. Hearing that, I don't overthink it, just feeling impressed. Quite amazing, becoming Department Head Tong now. She gives a soft smile. Was that girl just now your girlfriend? The smile on my lips suddenly goes completely stiff. No, just an ex-girlfriend. Seeing I don't really want to elaborate, she doesn't push it. It's been a while. How about we go grab a meal together? I simply nod in agreement. Stepping right out of the hall, I immediately spot Tam Tang Mat waiting there. I purposely brush past her, but she grabs my arm, her expression looking super gloomy. Who is that woman? I coldly yank my hand back. Just go manage Tatu properly. He already wrecked my job. Who knows what kind of disaster he'll cause next? She lowers her head, clearly feeling quite a bit guilty.
I never expected he would actually dare to find you. Trantrak, can you ever forgive me? Tatu's pathetic, agonizing screams echo all the way down the hospital corridor.
A totally helpless medical staff member rushes over. Miss Dam, the patient is absolutely insisting on seeing you.
You really should go over there. Left with no choice, she walks away. Back in the office, the director is already sitting there, smiling warmly.
Little Tran, today was just a misunderstanding. I sincerely apologize. Just keep working in peace. As long as you contribute, this hospital will absolutely never let you down.
I know perfectly well this sudden attitude flip is only because he saw I know Tong Qingyi. Shift over.
Thum Tan Mat blocks my path again, her eyes conflicted and missing that usual confident spark. Can you please just give me one more chance?
I promise I'll handle everything perfectly. I won't let him bother you ever again. I listened to Tata screaming like a maniac in the ward, then looked straight at her.
Not a chance. She stumbles slightly, lowering her head as she quietly steps aside.
Walking right out of the hospital, I glance back. She's lighting up a cigarette, something she literally never used to touch before.
Seeing me look, she quickly hides it, a tiny flicker of fragile hope flashing in her eyes, as if thinking I might actually return. Trentrak, what are you looking at?
Tong Qingyi's voice pulls me right back to reality. I pull my gaze away, giving her a small smile. It's nothing. Let's go. I never look back again. I also miss seeing Tham Tang Mat take a step forward, looking like she desperately wants to say something, but ultimately swallowing it all down.
You know karma never misses, right? That very night, all of Tatu's terrible actions get exposed, and his crazy hospital meltdown video leaks right onto the internet.
His gentle, idle image completely shatters, with public outrage tearing him apart everywhere. Tam Tang Mat texts me. Everyone knows the truth now. Nobody is going to give you a hard time anymore.
Don't worry, I'm always right behind you. I don't even reply, just instantly blocking her.
Day after day, with Tong Qingyi always keeping me company, I slowly get pretty used to having her around.
Until one day, holding a bouquet of roses, I gather all my courage to confess, because a simple, quiet companionship is truly all I ever wanted.
The next time I hear anything about Tam Tang Mat, it's purely through the internet. Rumor has it Tatu completely lost his mind, now only recognizing her.
So the heavy burden of caring for him naturally falls right onto her shoulders.
The media blew their messy relationship completely out of proportion, turning it into a massive joke for the internet. Then it happened. While Song Ji-yi and I were taking a walk around the lake, Xie Si suddenly appeared. I instantly pulled Song Ji-yi behind my back, on high alert, afraid he would snap again. He saw our hands locked together, and Song Ji-yi slightly showing baby bump. Suddenly, a completely twisted smile spread right across Xie Xi's sickly pale face.
Congratulations, he muttered. From now on, the final laugh is entirely mine. His limbs were completely swollen. He looked totally unhinged. Not a single trace of his past male god image remained.
Pure, absolute karma. He brought this entirely upon himself.